Okay, here's an upper back mobility sequence. So we're gonna start on our hands and knees in that tabletop position. We're gonna do some alternating cat camels. So you're gonna have your hands staggered here and just do one cat camel, bringing everything underneath you like someone punched you in the chest, and then working through every vertebrae to release. And then you're gonna alternate sides, cross those hands, cat camel, other side. Take a nice deep breath as you bring everything underneath you. And exhale as you release. Other side. Remembering to take that breath on every rep that we do here. We're going to do 2 more reps on each side. Full release. 1 more rep on each side. Take that big inhale. Big exhale. Last rep here. Okay, now we're going to come in and do some thread the needles. So I'll show you what it looks like. We're going to take that arm, stick it through, and then following that same arm, think about leading with that elbow, follow that arm up, okay? So we're going to do 5 on each side here. Bringing that right arm underneath, dropping that shoulder down, feeling a nice stretch here, and then following that arm up, leading with that elbow, follow that arm up. We're going to do 4 more reps here on the same side. Big reach. Think about reaching this arm to that wall as far as you can, letting that shoulder drop. 3 more. Big reach. 2 more. Reaching that arm up to the ceiling. 1 more rep here, and then we'll take it to the other side. Remembering to take big breath on every rep you take. Okay, other side now. Reaching to that wall as far as you can, dropping that shoulder to the floor. Think about looking up here, and then following that same arm, leading with that elbow, reaching to the sky. 4 more. Remembering it's about your own mobility, so if you shouldn't feel pain in any of this. If you can only go so far to here, we're working to get that full extension and that rotation through that back, but again, it's about doing what you can handle. 3 more, going to where you're comfortable with. So if it's only here, that's perfectly fine. 2 more, big reach to the side, dropping that shoulder. Remembering you should not be feeling any pain. 1 more. Okay, now we're just gonna sit cross-legged on our butt. We're gonna do some chest openings. So you're gonna have your hands behind your head here. And you're just gonna think about having a nice proud chest, sticking that chest out, arms are behind your head, and then releasing, letting that upper back round. Big stretch here, and then release. Letting that upper back round, that chin is coming down. 3 more. 2 more, big breath. And then 1 more here. And then release. Okay, now we're gonna come to the wall. So find a wall now. We're gonna do a chest stretch. So grabbing onto that wall and then rotating away from that shoulder, away from the wall, feeling a nice stretch in that chest. We're gonna hold this for a couple counts. Remembering it shouldn't be painful. It should be, you should feel some sensation here because I'm sure your chest is tight, but it should not be painful. Now we're going to drop our arm just a little bit lower, feeling that stretch in that chest, turning away from that wall. Take it to the other side now, starting with our arm shoulder height, reaching away from the wall, feeling a sensation here, but if it's painful in any way, then turn in a little bit towards the wall, have a less of a rotation in that spine. And then we're going to drop that arm a little bit lower. Okay, now we're going to do a lat stretch. So that's that big muscle on the side of your back. So again, we're going to come to that wall, and the other arm is going to go overhead here. And we're just going to think about pulling away from the wall so that we feel a stretch in that lat. Take a couple deep breaths here. Okay, other side. Reaching that arm overhead. Trying to pull away from the wall. Again, it's about your mobility and what you can handle, and we should not feel any pain. We should definitely feel a sensation, but it should not be painful. And you want to breathe through that sensation, so taking those deep breaths. Okay, now we're going to come back down to the floor. We're going to put our legs out in front of us. We're going to cross one leg in front of the other, and we are just going to have that opposite arm to our leg and just trying to stretch, reaching away from that leg. Think about rotating through that spine. Should feel a stretch in that glute, rotating through that spine, trying to sit up nice and tall, not rounding our back at all. The goal is to sit up on those glutes. Other side. Again, should feel that nice stretch in that glute. Nice rotation through that spine. Trying to look behind you if you can. Again, we should not feel any type of painful sensations. We're just going to end this with a nice alternating child's pose, I guess you could call it. So we're just going to come, try and spread our legs, reach out in front of you. Think about reaching to the wall in front of you. Take a couple deep breaths here. And then walking your hands to one side. Walking your hands to the other side. Again, reaching away from you. Think about long arms here. And then we'll end in the middle. Again, think about having a nice long spine in this position. Take a couple deep breaths here. Try not to hold any tension in that neck. We want to make sure we drop that neck.